Happy New Year's, everyone. 2023 ended up being a really great year in the stock market, with the NASDAQ going up 43% for 2023, and the NASDAQ 100, which is the 100 biggest stocks in the NASDAQ, up 54%. The NASDAQ 100, it was its best year since 1999. And for the regular NASDAQ, that 43% gain was its best year since 2020, I'm sorry. A lot of Wall Street analysts thought the market would hit new lows at some point this year and then closing out the year at 4,100. However, we saw in the stock market, it closed around 4750 and change for the S&P 500. Honestly, I expected that the market would close about this level when I made a video last year. I said that, I thought the recession was last year, given peak inflation of 9% was last year. The Fed was most hawkish last year, and stock market lows were last October. So I thought that honestly 2023 would be a strong year. I didn't think we would exceed the stock market highs for the S&P 500, but I thought we would be very close to it, and that actually proved true. Although we actually did see record highs for the Dow Jones, which is really good. And I'm still pretty optimistic for 2024, and which is now this year. I expect the Magnificent Seven stocks to do very well, led by NVIDIA, Microsoft, Tesla, and Apple. I expect those stocks to do very well. Google as well, I think will do well. But I still expect smaller cap stocks to do even better, because I expect the rally to broaden out, because small cap stocks are at valuation levels not really seen since about 2000, or right after the dot-com bubble burst. So the fact that small cap stock valuations are that low and we're starting to see the rally broaden out, I think 2024 will be the year of small cap and mid cap stocks, especially ones that were beaten down really hard. Another bit of good news and optimism I see is that Carson Investment Research just put out a note that based on the strong rally we saw in November and December, with the market going up the way it did, that increases the probability based on history and market statistics from history, that increases the chance that the market should have a very strong year next year as well. And I think it will too, led by growth in small and mid-cap tech stocks with the rally broadening out. And I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, if small and mid-cap stocks do even better than the Magnificent Seven. Magnificent Seven stocks should do well, but I think small and mid-cap stocks will do better, in my opinion. And that leaves me optimistic. Look, we had the last trading day before New Year's in the market, there was a little bit of a sell-off, which was a little bit normal, I think, given the speed of the market's advance in December and November. So honestly, I wasn't too surprised by that. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised that there's a little bit of a pullback on Tuesday when the market opens tomorrow with a little bit more profit taking. I wouldn't be surprised if that pullback might honestly last a few days. But ultimately, I think January should still bode pretty well for the markets. We have a few catalysts coming out this week. We have ISM manufacturing data coming out. We have the JOLTS job opening data. We have a number of Federal Reserve officials speaking. We have the jobs and unemployment report data, which will be huge, and that's coming out on Friday, and that'll be a huge catalyst for the market. And then Thursday, going back to Thursday, we have jobless claims. So there's a lot of data coming out this week. And I'm really curious to see what the Federal Reserve officials will say, if they'll walk back some of the market's over enthusiasm about rate cuts. Obviously, we'll have to see on that. But another catalyst, I think, for the market this week is the upcoming talks about the Bitcoin spot ETF approvals. And there's a possibility that might happen in the next week or two. And if that does happen, Bitcoin should do very well. And I think the markets, especially tech stocks and small and mid-cap stocks, would likely benefit in general as well, because that'll be perceived as risk on. So that'll be good news. And another bit of good news I saw is, although JP Morgan and Jamie Dimon were talking negatively about crypto in the past, and Bitcoin. Jamie Dimon said on Capitol Hill that if he were the government, he'd shut it down. My thinking is watch what they say and not what they do, because J.P. Morgan is listed as an authorized participant on BlackRock's ETF application listing. So that's why I say watch what they do and not what they say. But overall, if that Bitcoin ETF approval happens, I think Bitcoin and crypto will do well, but the markets in general, I think, would do well, especially tech stocks and small mid cap growth stocks. But either way, Happy New Year's, everyone.